Good morning and welcome back to The Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror. I'm your host, Travis, and today we're talking cop horror, desert slaughter, serial, sequels, and the future of Talk to Me. Let's jump in. First up, horror meets academia in the latest episode of Horror Joy, a podcast hosted by Penn State Altoona professors Brian Onishi and Jeff Stoyanov. Gotcha, man. Their newest episode dives into what they call cop horror using Se7en and Memories of Murder as the core text. They dissect moral judgment through the lens of sin, police brutality, and male ambition's impact on women's bodies. Not exactly light listening, but if you're into horror analysis that cuts deep, this episode's for you. Find Horror Joy wherever you get your podcasts or stream it on Red Circle right now. So, is Se7en a detective thriller or one of the bleakest horror stories ever told? Let us know your answers in the comments below. Next, Desert Terror gets its US release. Route 1976, described as a brutal homage to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Hills Have Eyes, has been picked up by US distribution by Xenophobia Releasing. The limited theatrical run will hit this summer, and then that'll be followed by a release on digital platforms. Directed by Marcel Waltz and written by Joe Kettner, the film follows a group of models and artists who stumble into an abandoned town only to meet a deranged family of mass killers known as the Birdies. Expect sun, sweat, blood, and gore, and according to Xenophobia, the family's antics make pink flamingos look like a Hallmark special. Oh, and a sequel titled Brute 1986 already wrapped up. I love that. I love when people jump into like 10 years later and stuff. So here's my questions to you. Are you ready for a new slasher family to enter the Horror Hall of Fame? Let us know what you think of Brute 1976 in the comments below. And in Philippous news, yes, the land of the Philippous, the Talk to Me brothers aren't rushing a sequel, but they aren't done either. On a recent episode of Bloody Discussing's The Boo Crew podcast, Danny and Michael Philippous confirmed Talk to Me 2 is still in the works, with 2 versions of the sequel script being developed. Each focus on different characters and settings. Before that, though, they're wrapping up a documentary, possibly out of the world of death match wrestling, and teasing another horror film they could say will be their biggest yet. So, Talk to Me 2 is coming, just not yet, and that might be a good thing. Here's my questions to you. Would you rather see a sequel sooner or wait for the Philippous to reinvent horror again with something new? And me personally, bring on that deathmatch wrestling documentary yesterday. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Today's take. Today's stories remind us that horror thrives when it's allowed to evolve. Whether it's professors analyzing brutality, filmmakers reimagining grindhouse terror, or viral hits taking their time to craft something meaningful. The genre's in good hands. If you're listening to today's episode on Spotify, make sure you answer today's Spotify poll question. That's it for today's episode of The Final Cut, your daily pulse in horror. Don't forget to follow us at HMUNCUT and at Travis Nyquill with an extra L for daily horror coverage, and hit up that Patreon for bonus content, merch drops, advanced episodes. Thanks for watching, and as always, you know the drill. We'll see you tomorrow to wrap the show and the week up. Until then, keep the lights on.